Problem 22, solve for x. 4 parentheses x minus 2 equals 8x. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to do is get rid of my parentheses, so I'm going to distribute. I'll get 4x minus 8 equals 8x. If I'm solving for x, I want both x's on the same side, so I'm actually going to subtract the 4x to get it over by the 8x. These are gone. I'm going to get negative 8 equals 4x. I'm then going to get x by itself, divide both sides by 4, and I'll get negative 2 is equal to x. So I am now solved. Okay, my next one, I would like to again solve for x. 2x plus 5 plus 8x plus 7 equals 180. I'm going to, first of all, since everything is on the same side over here, you don't need to get rid of them, you just get to put them together. So 2x plus 8x will give me 10x, and then 5 plus 7 will give me 12. And then I still have equals 180. Now it becomes an equation that hopefully we are very familiar with solving. I'm going to subtract 12 from both sides. So I'll get 10x equals 168. And then to get x by itself, just like we did on 22, we'll divide both sides by 10, and I'll get x equals 16.8. Okay, 24, solve and graph this time. Okay, this we're going to solve it just like we would an equation. So to get rid of the minus 2, I'm going to do plus 2. So now I have negative 3x is greater than or equal to 12. And then to get rid of the negative 3x, we're going to divide both sides by negative 3. So I'll get x. I divided by negative number, which means I need to switch the way that this is going. So it's now going to be less than or equal to. And 12 divided by negative 3 is negative 4. Now to put it on a number line, negative 4, negative 2, negative 3, negative 5. There's going to be a closed circle at negative 4. And since it's less than, it will go to the left. And again, this sign should match this sign, and it does. Okay, solve and graph for x plus 3 is less than or equal to 11, or 5x minus 4 is greater than 16. Since it says or, we're going to basically have two separate problems, so I like to draw a squiggly for this. To solve this first one, it's just like 24. To get rid of plus 3, we'll do minus 3. So I'll get 4x is less than or equal to 8, and then to get rid of the 4, we'll divide both sides by 4. I'll get x is less than or equal to 2. And then I'm going to go over and solve this problem. To get rid of the minus 4, we'll do plus 4. So I'll get 5x is greater than 20, and then we'll divide both sides by 5, and I'll get x is greater than 4. So it's either x is less than or equal to 2, or x is greater than 4. So I'll put a 2, 4, I do need a number in the middle, which would be 3. Okay, less than or equal to 2, there's going to be a closed circle because of that equal sign. Less than goes to the left, and then greater than 4 would be an open circle at 4, pointing to the right. Okay, 26, solve and graph. Negative 13 is less than or equal to 4x plus 7, which is less than 15. Okay, please remember on this one, it's a connected problem, so our graph should be connected when we're done. This is one I like to draw lines on. We want to get x by itself in the middle, so to get rid of plus 7, I'm going to do minus 7, but notice I do it to all three places. So then negative 13 and negative 7 is negative 20. In the middle now I just have 4x, and 15 minus 7 is 8. Now to get rid of that 4, we're going to divide all three parts by the 4. Negative 20 divided by 4 is negative 5. X in the middle, 8 divided by 4 is 2. And then you just carry down the signs that were in the problem. So that's what my answer would look like. Now I need to put negative 5 on my number line, 2 on my number line. I need to put a number in between, which I'll put 0. There's an equal sign at negative 5, which means I get to close it in. There's not an equal sign at 2, so I'm not going to close it in. And then it's a connected graph because x is in the middle, so I'll shade in the middle. Okay, y is less than negative 3x plus 4. This will involve shading because of that less than, because there's going to be more than one right answer. So just graph it like we normally would. We're going to start up at 4, and then we're going to go down 3 over 1. Okay, there is not an equal sign, which means I'm going to make a dashed line. Whoops, should have gone through that point. Sorry about that. Okay, and then if you remember, we're going to shade one of those sides. So I'm going to test 0, 0 in here. So 0, 0. So I'm going to get 0 is less than. Negative 3 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 4 is 4. So is it true? Is it true that 0 is less than 4? Yes, that is true. So we're going to shade the side of the line that has the 0 on it. And remember, all of the lines all of the points, if you'd pick in here, they would work in that equation.